What's up, guys? This is Nasar, aka the Real Estate Doru. I'm not a guru, I'm a doer because I actually do this business. And check this out. Should you get a real estate license? Well, let's talk about it. Alright guys, the question everyone asks. I'm going to say this. First things first, let's check your state legislation. State legislation meaning, do you have to have a license? Can you wholesale there? The only states I know that have regulation is Ohio, Illinois, that makes you get a real estate license. Without a real estate license, you are allowed one transaction. The municipality of Philadelphia does have some regulation in place as well. I don't know the details of it, but they do have it. Unfortunately, some wholesalers were doing some things they were not supposed to be doing, aka fraud and things of that nature. But should you get an RE license? Like, let's get away from the legalities of it, like, but should you get it, right? I don't have it. And being that I don't have it, does it hinder me? No. Does it stop me? No. If you're somebody who's newer and you get a real estate license and somebody's sponsoring your license and they're giving you a seat in their office, well, what that means is you have to make the money. You have to close some transactions so that you can get commissions so that the broker could be happy. Now, I'm very aware that some brokers just go for cash flow, meaning that you pay all your monthly fees and dues, they're good, they'll leave you alone. Keep in mind, in most cases, if you get a license, you go to one of these big law firms, you're gonna have to make the money. You're gonna get caught up in sales. A real estate agent is a sales job. A lot of agents are not good. Some are great. What I mean by that, like the great ones that deal with investors, because not all of them deal with investors. Some will stay shy away from investors, which is, that's what they want to do, and they're successful at whatever it is they may do. When I say the great ones that deal with investors, they can tell you what areas to invest in, what areas are appreciating the most, what areas you might want to be cautious of, what areas where it's development coming in. Whereas some agents, they're just a salesperson, they're there for a check. And with wholesaling, you're in sales, marketing, and negotiation. And let me say this, and you have to make a own decision for yourself. If you, as a realtor, sell a house for $30,000, you'll get a 3% commission, and the other agent gets their 3% commission. So that's $1,800. I've wholesale houses for 30 and maybe 15,000. For some people, you know, it's just not about the money. It's more so about the, of assisting the person. If you get your RE license, you have to understand that you may have to fulfill an obligation, being that you're new at that side of real estate, okay? And that's just a sales job, and that's nothing to do with real estate. You're not taking any risk. Buying the property, fixing it up, selling it, you're not dealing with motivated sellers. You're dealing with the majority of the market, which that you can deal with the majority of the market. You're just trying to get listings. I'm dealing with the minority of the market, the smaller segment, and I'm looking for motivated sellers, not people who want to sell, but who need to sell their properties. There's a difference. Yeah, you have a bigger pool of people to deal with. However, I'm over here solving problems. This is where I like to play, but you may like dealing with that other market. The guys I know who are investors and have their real estate license, successful, a lot of them became a successful investor first, then got their license. So now they knew exactly where their license can fit into. In the state of North Carolina, if you're a realtor, you cannot subject to. You cannot do a subject to. For those who don't know what the subject to is, that is basically when you take over the house subject to the existing mortgage, right? So that mortgage is going to stay in that person's name. They're going to deed you over the title, whatever, and you keep that, right? But as a realtor, you will get in trouble for that. You cannot do that. That is a transaction that they consider is too shady. Investors, it's like the gray area. So just keep in mind that you have a license and you have to fulfill the obligations of that license by doing the right thing. Whereas investors, we should be doing the right thing anyway, so that's not a big deal for most of us. However, just because I've known investors who have gotten sued and they were doing the right thing, however, in the eyes of the court, they might not side with them. Same thing with the realtor. You can be doing the right thing. Somebody got upset at the transaction and, you end up in front of the board. And end up in front of that board could lead to suspension, jail, depending on how bad it is, or if it's, if it's not on the up and up, whatever the case may be. So you just got to be careful with that. If you are going to get a license, make sure you have a plan on why you're getting a license. Don't tell me, oh, I need MLS access when we have durudata.com, 7-day free trial, by the way. You don't need the MLS MLS access, okay? You have to figure out how do you want to make the majority of your money. Some areas and some states, you know, and Charlotte's not one of them. You can buy great deals off the MLS. If I go look at deals on the MLS, I'm fighting with 40 or 50 other guys who have cash as well. And, you know, now I'm playing this bidding game of who's going to make the least amount of money. That's not a game I want to play. So having a license doesn't serve me. As far as you, I mean, it just all depends on what are your goals. If you just want to get into real estate and get into real estate sales, it's a great way. Don't think you're going to learn about real estate investing by being a real estate agent. You have real estate agents who've been real estate agents for 20 plus years, own zero investment properties, know nothing about the investment side other than what they're taught by a broker, which is investors are looking for X return. And that's all you will learn. I mean, you can Google that on Google or YouTube and see what type of return that an investor wants on a rental property, you know. So that's all they're going to teach you. But if you want to learn the investing side, which can consist of wholesaling, rehabbing, rentals, development, you need to get with somebody who does one of those things. A realtor license will not get you close to that. A realtor license will get you in transactional sales. When I say transactional sales, you can still make great money. There are realtors, and a lot of realtors who make 6 figures. You even have some that hit 7 figures. You can do that on the realtor side as well, just like you can do it on the investment side, but you just have to pick what it is that you want to do. You have to be clear. Research the realtor thing, you know, research the investment thing and see what you want to do. Normally, when I see people who try the investment thing, it was too hard for them to do anything because it consists of work. They go to the realtor school, get their license, and they just be an agent. And they never touch back on the investment thing because as the agent, it's easier to get a check. You can find a buyer and you guys can buy a house and you get your commission check. Whereas the real estate investing, particularly wholesaling, is extremely hard work and it's not for everybody, I will admit. And so for those who are willing to make sacrifices and work hard to get what they want, it gets greater later, definitely gets easier, but that's my spill on it. For those who are watching this video, if you got your license, do your license help you on the investment side? If so, how? Like, I know guys who say, yeah, I got my license so I can waive my commission when I flip my own properties, or I get paid when I flip my own properties, right? If that's something you're into. I don't want to take those calls. I'd rather just pay somebody 3% because when you have like 5 or 7 of those, and that can be another job, taking those calls, trying to get them sold or whatever the case may be. Tell me what you think below. Comment, should you get do you want a real estate license? If so, why? Do you want to be in the investment side or do you want to sell particular properties? All right, guys, thank you for watching. What I want you to do is make sure you follow me on Instagram, RealEstate Doru. Get my free 9-week course. If you go to 9weekcourse.com, you can get my free 9-week course on how to wholesale properties. Look at the description box. You will see the links to not only the free 9-week course, to the other free stuff as well, and other links and things that I use in my business. I will see you in the next video. Peace.